Should be recording here. I hope that this mic is working. Either way, it'll be good practice for me to get a mic that works. Let's see. How about Adam? We're at a pink moon. Here we go. Just want to get on some Epiphanies. I was talking about Alice in Wonderland, Ace. I'm gonna go with this too. My theory is that this is a sleep realm. I'm about to go into another one. And we say things like AKA, also known as, it's also 1, 11, 1. And I see that as the 4 pillars. These 4 pillars are like the 4 bedposts. Also Sheol, and sleep. So that I'll have to show in my images and my collages. It's pretty sick. Another thing that's interesting too is that they say the South Pole. If you look up the South, they said it has 4 poles. There's technically 4 poles for the South, and 1 for the North is what they're giving us. So that also gets us into Abracadabra and Antarctica. And things like Been Around the World and all these songs and the discs that spin around. Around the world to round world. It's just for the A. And so just words like also flat is also fat, like pop, like popping a tire. Okay, we get into that. So this gets into the abracadabra, which also gets into open, close. So we know that. Let's see if I can fix that. Open. A is 1. And then the P is like the letter B but flipped, right? So you just add that and you got open. So I'm going to get into that. And also we can see like bone and node, deal with growth. Like also inside out, 60. Damn. Okay, it's another thought crossed my mind. So I'm going to get more into that. The case, the uppercase and lowercase. Lower and upper. Just like they say, give us with Egypt, what this has to do with ciphering. Deciphering. Direct current, double Christ. A lot of ways of looking at it. So this also came into abracadabra too, because we got the direct current and the constant current at the center. We got the Abra, and A bar. So just like the letter A, try to keep this simple. Just like A is 1, it's closed. Got A bra, like this is like the back strap, and that's like a bra. And then you get the strap right there, like the A, and then A bar. And then you get like a 1. Which is also open. I'm sorry, also 1. Ahead of myself here. So let me get into that. So, okay, Sanchez was talking about druids, and I also saw that as Druid. They say it was written or first on the tablets. So, also see it in 2D, also seeing like today and duty. So, I want to get that on this channel too while I'm doing this. Because I was thinking about dimensions, and what I meant to ask this cat was what language he thinks in. Because I wanted to get into this decoding with English. American English, technically, which is AE, just like Adam and Eve is AE, American English, which was first dictionary was Noah Webster. You know, Webster dealing with like widow, son, and all that stuff. But when we do no, it's also awareness, no us, arc, awareness. So to tie that into all this stuff here, because when we're dealing with the alphabet, we're also dealing with left and right. Shit. So just like in the body is fascia, is the matrix of connective tissue throughout the body. Fashion is outside the body. So we're dealing with Adam and Eve when they're first in the garden. We look at that as pulse. So I'm going to get into that with the K. How the K is 11, but K is also could be like ace. So that's getting into vibration. So Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. So it's like the 2 or the 1. I'm going to get into that in the 369. I'm going to have to give a little more deeper thought on the 4 posts. You know, I see that it's like these have different significance and different angles of viewing that represent, but also just like present, represent is to represent, just like vibration, like holding down your vibe. And then also like this cat was talking about wheat as the first crop in his tradition, but I also see that as the first was fig. They cover themselves with fig leaves, which was changed to malum, which is also bad, depending on which way you rate the A, or apple. And that gets into the abracadabra, because when you get into the American English, that's the Anglo language, the English language, but it's the most adapted. And to me, there's so much stuff that's encrypted into it. But a lot of stuff comes from maritime admiralty law, and so we see like admiral, like ad-am, and different stuff going on there. I have some pretty sick notes too, but also when we get into the LO too, we're also not only dealing with Ami, then we see present. So just like the T was in the middle, the cross in the middle. So we're doing a circuit tree, dealing with the tree, doing a whole lot of stuff here. And also these symbols here of circle, circle, triangle, square, whatever. So I'm going to get into that, and then I'll also get into this too. Because the triangle flipped and folded is also the square. So I'm going to get into that. But so, okay, we see a dam. We look at a dam, a one line, an L. We could look at it the different ways from different angles, but that's a dam. You see like water here. It's crazy. So this gets into memory and N-U-N, none, like none's where something that looks like a fish. So mem means water and none means fish. And this gets into a lot of symbolism that's in the letters. But when we look at like capital and lowercase, there's like this middle line that can be seen like a water line. And then we look at letters like A to the M, which is the same one, but one's like the triangle down below the water and one's above it. So I'm not gonna move way too in yet. I'm not going too crazy with this, but hang on. So we know that abracadabra. Erase this stuff. Look into the case, staircase, and all that. When you look at the word ace, you'll say ace in the whole. We're also dealing with facets. It's the one color that has no face. Oh damn, let me get to these notes here that I had, because I had some epiphanies too. I want to get these out. It's also going to get me into true false and what's false. Like false prophets, also with that hocus pocus. So facet, I'm also sounds like faucet too. I want to get into that, talking about the water, because it's also when I relate like riddles to ripples, how we like decode things. It's also kind of like triangulating, like domino. Symmetry. Damn. So like sequence is also like seeing queens. Something I wrote down here. I want to make sure I get this out here too. But when we look at profit, like the order of what fits, then with size, harmony, grace. Okay, so the symbols also pawn, bishop, rook, horse, knight. Okay, I'm going to get into these two. but the queen is unique because it's got multiple moves, except for the knight. So with the pawn, we're also dealing with dawn, and with the knight, we got the move that's kind of what resembles the 7 here, which is also like CN, like C knight. A lot going on there. I'm just like pulling that in. So, okay, when we look at Adam and Eve, we're talking about this thing about the apple, right? Like Sir Isaac Newton. And we look at Sir Isaac Newton, his birthday is December 25th. And not only that, Sir Isaac Newton is new tone, right? It's new tone. New tone, right? He has no descendants. No new tone has any, like, it's a new tone. It wouldn't be new if there was something, if there were current descendants. So currently, new tone has no descendants. His birthday is 12/25, right? So he's known for doing the thing with the apple. So not only that, Sir Isaac Newton is sin. Damn. I just saw Citizen. We saw Citizen Kane too, so we could see Citizen. Probably that was in my head. Kane, Arrow. This, what am I looking at? Sir Isaac Newton. So, like the symbology in the apple. I hope you can read this. I hope my mic's working. I'm gonna have to redo this. But I don't know if I'll still have the same notes here. So I have some other notes here, just, you know, dealing with talent and skill and knowledge and believing. These has to do with some decoding through etymology. What? I'm gonna keep it one thing at a time here. I'm also gonna get into cards, the abracadabra, and when you look at cards, we can do this too, and we can see that each card, each suit has 13 cards. I probably mixed up the order here too, but you can get You can get suit from each one of the letters here too in the cards. And then there's so there's 4 suits. And then number 4. Shit. Let me think about 4D too, because we're dealing with direction. This 4 is D, and we're also dealing with direction. It's still H, like heaven and hell. Which is all Hades, also Hades. You flip that D, well, you know what I mean? Different ways I have to look at that. Damn, that shit's deep. I'm gonna be too lost in thought in that one. Okay, so when we look at the 7 colors in the rainbow, thinking about cards with ace. Oh man. Fashion and fascia too has that ace in it too. Fashion. It's in there. It's like an ash. An ash. When you ash is like 119, which narrows down to 1 and 8. So that equals 10, which narrows down to or reduces to 1. We're doing that 119. Different ways to look at that, or we could say that's 28 to 8 is 10. So ash is 1. Dust. Four, 21, 19, 20. So we got 40, 64, which is 10. Ash to ash and dust to dust. So we can see how the 1 and the 1 got the 11. So we can see there are different ways to look at that. And I can show that in the alphabet too, emanating from the M and the N with the L and the O. So we're dealing also with this high and low. Cool, man. Got someone checking good out. That means my mic's working. Oh, and I got some deep notes too. I got some really deep notes. Shit, I hope I didn't forget it. Looking at this dream. We got Adam's rib. Different ways of looking at that one. There's so many different ways of looking at that one. Shit. So we see letters just like fascia, fashion. We got the ace, different like shit like that. I got so many fucking I got so many notes on this shit. But we look at ladder and dreidel. We also got letter. Not only do we have left and right, but also you can see like leather and like letters are dealing with casing that's holding. So we're dealing with frequencies. Hebrew is right to left. We're doing left to right. Their letter starts with a B or starts with an A. There's all different stuff, but when we get into this, we could also look at that as like splitting the taijutsu into the yin and the yang. So look at Tubal, like Tubal and Cain and all that stuff. We're also dealing with the Tubal is two pole, like Bible, Tubal, Cain, and then also with those two B's. I was seeing that as some 2D. Like I see there's ways where you can kind of see in like 3D, but these are kind of like concepts and notions. What really hit me too is when I say apple and abra, because when you just think of a pool, like abra and abar, a bar and abra, like you think of barber with scissors, abra and barber, like cutting. It's like the a that's a bra and the a that's a bar. You see one, and that made me realize to open. That's what I was thinking about. The open sesame. And LMNOP, but we're also dealing with the present. And when we say the fig tree was the first before anything. When you have that cross in the middle, we got gift. So now we're doing present, we're also doing what presents. And when they say represent, you can say represent. That's some deep shit. So they could say, I know her first guy was K-A, but also we see that in on and key. We see that in Cain. And then we could say naked, and then we're adding that same symbol when we say naked. You know, we can see that. But when we say close, so they started wearing clothes, they were also closed, enclosed, like letter, leather. Letter be light, let there be light, letter beat, and we're also dealing with the eight. Like we can see tie my logo and eightmology. Just we're dealing also with tying with also like these letters. And we could also see that relating as a ship too. We're dealing with like movement, and we thought like frequencies and the symbols. But when we see something like Pac-Man, which ABC, which also makes me think of bacteria, Terra, dealing with Earth and shit like that. When we see Pac-Man, we also see that 7 as like the mouth, and we see the rainbow around, like, you know what I mean? That's his symbol. Like you can see the 7, and then you see the arc. But it all starts with raining and flood, also with food. So it's like just dealing with that one rift between flood and food. Shit. And it's a ghost. He's getting chased by ghosts. Okay, so we say pack. We can see this. We hear vibration, shit like that. But we say sin, sense. We're dealing with 7 colors also in reflection. I see things related to yin and yang, but I also see things with a dimension. So we see Christ, the T, like the T, Mr. T, you know what I mean? We could see shit. Christ is also shift. It's a way, it's also dealing with shifting. Uh, in 1 second. Let me thinking about the left to right. Shit. I have some notes here on pool. Well, you get it's similar too. It's probably easier if I show it. We can see like the pool ball and the stick in the letter Q, right? So it starts with the 2 ball. Actually, the 2 ball is on the corner if it's racked properly. I don't want to get too lost in the sauce on this one. It's got me thinking about all this stuff about blacksmith and Tebow cane. Okay, I was seeing the cane as the pull stick there. So, damn, I got a lot of notes that are tossed up. I don't want to bring those in. I want to bring the stuff I just wrote down. Let's see. Literally each one of these is like a new presentation. Ah, shit. I was relating to ash and has. They say ash to ash, like everything you have goes to ash to ash, dust to dust. I was thinking about Ace, and you can see the logo upside down. You can see Ace as the devil, and you could also see it as like the Moon Man, also the Jesus figure. Michael was the head angel, but when we see the word balance, we also see blank, blank A. Hang on. Well, okay, so I was talking about face and surface. And I was talking about faucet. We're looking at the word sin. Okay, skin. It's the K. K is also. So what was I saying about casing? So casing is to go back and forth. So lowercase, uppercase, but we're also dealing with vibration in letters, and we're putting those into words. So we say word. Word is also like word life, but you can also say word with the E, which is also drew. Say right, but we can also see like a bow and arrow, drew. So not only are we doing, so red is things propulsion. I guess propulsion starts with a red, right? Look at the 13. Like a bow and arrow. Shit, with a W. Hang on. I think I'm getting too complex here. That's stuff I want to write down. But when we say words like believe, we're dealing with the belly of Eve, and Eve ate the apple, right? So they deal also what people believe. Belly of Eve. Hang on. Also, like the word deli, like dealing with that same symbol, but it's also dealing with death, because when they left the Garden of Eden, which represent life, that's when people started to die. And so say bread could also be written just like E can be A, like Abra. Yeah. Eden, we know it's need, but also could be spelled like need with a K in front of it. And that's like need, like people need dough, like LMNO is omni, but it's also money. Also, need is bread, abra, cadabra. And also we see braid. Damn, which gets me into some other, like all those symbols with the snakes and everything like that. And also just I also see in these symbols too, like a coiled snake. Like a coil. Deal with all these coils, like Tesla coils, tails. It is deep. I want to go through these symbols. I don't want to talk about things we talked about before. Some are just sick though. Maybe I'll save those for a presentation. We'll talk about some shit I talked about before. Syllable, silhouette, getting into shield. I gotta get into my symbols so I can show them. I had something here with Abracadabra too on the keyboard. Oh shit, this is making me remember stuff too, because okay. Need deep, need, also knee, ham means to bend at knee. So Abraham, Abraham, bend. So we're dealing with the blacksmith bending fucking metal, and we're dealing with alchemy, calculating, calibrating, whatever, all that shit. Calendar. It's all dealing with some kind of alchemy. I wrote these notes a minute, but also in Cardi B, I saw a black card. Ace of Spades upside down is the Queen B. We're dealing with a cube. See QB, also like football. But also see foot having to do something with grounding and energy, just like when you pivot. When you pivot, like in basketball, they always keep a foot on the ground. And chords. The ground plug has 3, so I'll get back on that. But Abra, you're dealing with vibrations. I was talking before. Alternating current. You can also see the symbol of ALC, ALC. The L is slanted. Damn. Shit. And crow names, Kronos. But I think of Crow and I think of Bruce Lee and Brandon Lee, and just all that symbolism there, where they both died like a month before the movies were released, and dealing with magic. So I'm going to get more into the magic. There's something I remember here about being knighted, how knight is right above the abracadabra. You can see NGHT. So something around those lines. And then we also have open. I don't really remember what I was doing there, so I'm gonna keep it moving. Maybe I'll remember. Shit. Okay, so when we shuffle cards, this is deep. Damn, I need a drink. Damn. The Allman Brothers Band, I see ab. Yeah. This hold all types of AB because we're dealing with also we say trace. Trace is also to trace. Just like we leave a trace. Don't leave it. We triangulate. You find by triangulating. So we shuffle. We do it like a capital A. Cap is also uppercase. Where I believe lower is just lower. Anyway, so we say like Mesopotamia. Meso is middle. Damn. We see Moses and all, and Meso and all that too, right? I say uno, dos, tres. 1, 2, 2, 1. We know that's notes and tones. We'll also see, I don't know what the hell I was writing there. Something about nouns. Fucking lost myself in my note. Damn. What the hell was writing there? Have her go out on a limb. Tubal, pupil, colors, looks. Vibration and looks and colors. Hang on. Fuck, I gotta go through some of these notes. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Where's my notebook? I got some sick notes here. So I see words, also talking about like symbolism and vibration. I always think of Kujikiri, which also has the K. It's Japanese, dealing with symbolism and the different vibrations, the 9 vibrations. Thought, art of mending, broken pottery, and gold is Kintsugi, which is pottery. Broken pottery with gold. And I also relate that to poetry. So just relating the casing with uppercase and lowercase. But lower and upper, I also received Lu cipher. We also see that with loosening and tightening. And so I'm going to get into like, you know, that the Eagle Scout is known for tying knots. And we know knots are dealing with speed of like a boat. Okay, so we look at the lowercase a. Shit. There we go, okay? Now we look at the lowercase b. So then we do, I'm just doing it how they do in the alphabet here, let's see. Let's go to the normal amount of notes here. Shit, I'm gonna rate this down. So we go to the end, we got Z. So thinking about just words. Zephyr. When we look at the word like Zephyr, we're dealing like that hocus pocus. We're dealing westerly winds because it's the last letter. So we're dealing westerly winds. And we're also dealing with fire. So we're dealing with wind and we're dealing with fire. So we're dealing with Z. And, you know, people relate that with fear too. But we can also see westerly winds as Zephyr. But we also see fire. We know that wind and fire, wind makes more fire. Dealing with breath and oh shit. Yo, if you're tuning in, big ups. I'm trying to get it together here. I got notes all over. I got some that are fire here. All right. So I had Epiphanies 2 on Shakespeare. I'm going to do one on Kujikiri because I'm into that. Adam's rib having to do with that shift that I was talking about. And then something dimensions, I was seeing something relating to paradigms. Doing paradigm shift. We know that the Greek Jesus with the IHS and both his feet were nailed on the cross. And you can look at that FT, it's shift, different ways of looking at that one. We could also look at the two thieves as regret and fear, dealing with the future and the past. Future is fear, past is regret. Rest in peace, Alan Watt. I remember I got that epiphany. He said something on that, and that take for me. I also see this 9 and the 6. Also memory and imagination. Spirit ritual, try ritual. Get back on that. So if we look at present, if we look at, hang on one second. We can see also that like a tree. Shit, hang on one second. Yo, if you're tuning up, big ups. I got some fire notes. I'll be right back. Okay, the A and the B makes me think I had to get water. Damn, I feel so much better. Like I woke up. A and B makes me think about the notes and tones, upper tones, lower tones. That's it. More than that, I'll have to think of it. We also know that the uppercase B is like this. Shit. But we could also write to B. We could also write B like that. Two different ways of doing it. Okay, I don't want to get lost in the sauce. So notes and tones and then C, and we know we C. Okay, I got some deep shit going on here with my notes. I think I'm past that one. So having to do with abracadabra. And the alternating current. Damn, this is the note I want to find because I wrote some stuff on this. And it's interesting when they say align to align, it's A and then line, right? Because A is also 1. So no is dealing with knowing A. Shit. So just like that ham is the knee that bends. See that as open, close. Damn, I could also see that as cozy, but I don't know, that could be tripping. Well, when they say reveal, so we could say reveal. There's kind of ways that I could see like decoding certain things, and then we could see reveal, like to cover, right? If we do it like that closing sign. Damn, is this close enough? It's kind of playing with the symbols. It's up to here relating EV to electric vehicle. So when we see dream, we also see rapid eye movement, and then we see add. Well, we also, okay, in that we also see, what's the title of the meals ready to eat, the MREs, the military. Okay, this made me thinking about, okay, transcending and how we're given all these trans agendas, right? So it's leaving people in a trance. So this also makes me think about vibration. We think about transcend and do a sense. The lowest form of sense is money, copper, which is also dealing with electrical conductivity, right? Frequencies and all that, which is Abraham. It's better markers. I got a lot of magic too. So we go Abraham. We'll do the hammock. Is ham. I see hammock. Get into that one. We're also doing that symbol too. Abraham Lincoln. We're also doing that Abra. Damn, there's shit about him cutting down a tree too. I gotta go into that stuff. Yeah. Damn, when I get some of these notes together, I'm just gonna go fire for fire off some of these names and stuff I've seen. Okay, so we say, I gotta remember this. So we say coincidence. We know co is the only syllable for with. So we're also gonna get to code. What we say. When we deal with the dam, we're also dealing with pressure. Fuck. Wish upon a pro. So swish. You know, swish. We're dealing with, also gets me into wishing. So this cat was talking about stars, right? And I was thinking about how that could even relate to starch, because Dr. Sebi said starch blocks iron, which happens to do with the North Pole. But when we deal with stars and is we're dealing with crashing, like or changing, or like that sound. Just also like sk, and then in. And also to sink is also to cinch, but also sing. So it's like notes and tones, you know. I don't get too twisted on like that, but we can also see AL as also arms and legs. Also dealing with right and left. Because say arms, legs, left. Just playing with vibrations. Like like A is an open one. Open one. Shit. Getting sloppy. So what I'm getting at with that is we say which. With which. Dealing with the switch. Switching words, switching symbols, and meaning. So we'll say wish upon a star. What's made me talk about the abracadabra and the false prophets, because with the hocus pocus and the words and the power of belief, and how people are hurting, how learning how herds move, like schools of fish, and also how people race to the finish, and like finish start also makes me think of the fish-ish star, and how I pull all this together is just how things sound and vibrate and how they look. Say instruct, like, omni, one eye, one knee, dealing with the night, united. But also see the night is the tin, like the tin is night, like I can be like night, knit. But like the tin man was a night. Also, when we look at like, I'm jumping around different notes, but like whatever, I'm just going firing it all off because it all ties in. Santa Claus, we're dealing with the alternating current, and we're dealing with that laws, right? So we're dealing with that Santa alternating current and laws. Shit. So we could look at that as Satan, alternating current laws, or different ways to look at that. Actions. Fuck. T sideways. Actions. Alternating current laws. Damn. And Santa Claus. Holy shit. Just saw that one. Fuck. If you're bad, Santa will have you on his list. If you're naughty or nice, both dealing with that N. Holy shit. You know we're dealing with mass. Christmas. Cause. Damn. Let's say also with that Nephilim. NFL. Saint and Sat also. I was thinking some other stuff. Sometimes when I look at my new notes, I forget about the stuff that I was thinking earlier. Like, it'll come to me. But also, how 7 equals 11. Damn, I gotta that got me a little twisted because like, have me think about the ace in the night as the 7, and then put 7 like this is like 56, which narrows down to 11 or 2. So I like some shit can be like a mind fuck if I think about it too much. So it's like, I just see the symbiotics. But we see all these symbols too in like gas stations, like BP gas, and Shell is like Sheol. So I hope to get my screen share down so I can go to my symbols on my Insta page. Shit, there's another one. Or Aurora Borealis, also doing the Abra. Damn. Yeah, it all has to do with light. And Aurora Borealis, we're also doing like Arborist because we're dealing with like tree of life, knowledge of good and evil. So we're dealing with circuitry and alchemy. alphabet. That's what I was getting into. So I'm gonna get into a lot of this alien stuff because I did decode a lot of names that have alien in them, and I'll also try to pull together the agendas because also when we look at current events, I look at what's relevant because this is all happening currently, like in my reality. Um, And then too, when we look at like Thor, we put the A in front of it. We're dealing with author, also dealing with authority, but we're also dealing with writing. So also nouns, like nouns, and then we give it like life. A noun is just a thing, but we say a nouns. Then we say a nouns, we adding the ace. So we add the ace to the noun too. So so it makes you think of words like place, to place, like chess and things like that. Because also we're dealing with like left and right. One is A and B, the different ways we could look at this, but we know that the R can be like, shit, I gotta play around with that, but I was looking at that Apple, the L being pulled to the P, because we look at P could also be pressure, priest, pressure, press is the news, damn, depressed. Well, also dealing with speed, like vibration. Shit's deep. It's a lot more than that too. I was thinking something earlier. What was I thinking? I want to get into more on the Vatican and the vault and notes on that. I don't want to be digging through them when I'm going through that stuff. What else to do with money? I was also thinking about allowance. Low. Okay, in German, danke means thanks. So that's just a note I had on the Ankh. Might as well put that one down while I'm staring at it. Shit. We're dealing with that symbol. Okay, so I see similarities in different languages. Also Latin. Dealing with the L and the A. It's just also LA, City of Angels. Like I said before, which we look at the halo. You see that as the hinge. Because hinge is Cardine in Latin. I heard that from Santos in one of his talks. Shout out Sanchez, who I just called in. I had some epiphanies. And I'm probably going to wake up in the morning and I'll think of more stuff that I meant to throw down. That's how it always happens. But I definitely want to get into Ace of Base because we're doing the Abra. And, shit. It's a whole nother subject. Hey, thanks for checking my channel. I'm going to tie this in with some more stuff I'm putting in, but I want to talk about coma and sleep. My boy that I work with, and relating also that to the comma, which is the pause, because the comma is a pause, and the coma is like when you fall asleep and come back. It's a pause. So also pause is dealing with the ace. You know, like ace has no face. Like that's what happens when you sleep. Um, meditate more on that one so I can connect the dots better on that. But I see the similarity. So okay, and I was thinking of other things too. We look at things like immortal. There's no death, and then I'm mortal. I was just adding that symbol right in between it. Apostrophe. Shit. Damn. Not only is it a post rope, but it's a pause trophy. Apostrophe is a pause trophy. Used to indicate either possession or the omission of letters or numbers. Shit. Shit. Okay, so let's count. Don't want to get too crazy on this one. What I was talking about ama with the comma. A punk is spelled like coma, but it's pronounced ama, right? It's a punctuation mark indicating. So we look at the symbols. So I was relating that to the P, the B, and the musical notes and tones. This will help if I bring it in because I'm a little tired. So use the hang on. Punctuation mark indicating a pause between parts of a sentence, also used to separate. I already said that. I'm sorry. Several items of a list to mark the place thousands in a large numerical. Both symbols appear to spin clockwise. Ah, shit. So that's another thing I got to get into. So also with the counterclockwise, dealing with counter. Cook on the counter. There's a lot going on there. The counterclockwise, clockwise, lefty loosey, righty tighty. With some notes I was looking in on the sea creatures that all face north when they sleep. I gotta look that one up. Some stuff is hard to find. I gotta look it up again. Israel and serial. I was reading up something there. To do serial numbers. So, okay. Also barcode, dealing with abracadabra. So I was relating Zephyr to the end of the alphabet. Also, you see like cart with the westerly winds and fire, the way it's spelled. You also look at cards is also spark. I'll hold off on that one. Look at assemble, like assemble. Not only doing with a symbol. Shout out Bro Sanchez if you see this. I'm gonna get on when I put this a little more organized. We'll look at assemble. don't know, I'm doing that mess the middle, but we're also dealing with ace. There's different ways of looking at that. Just like I said, apple was malum in Latin before they changed it. And their alphabet is they have the square before and after the M and the N. I'm going to get into that too, meditate on that. But we see like the triangle. Hang on. So they got some domino symbol in the Latin language too in the center. But another way we see fires and cipher, and just like say false prophets, is also with that sound. Like Lucifer, spelled with an F. Cipher is spelled with a PH. I don't want to have to keep running back and getting water. I might wrap this up. Well, if someone's tuning in, I'll fire through a few more of these notes and wrap it up. But shit, I had some epiphanies on Atlantis. We're also dealing with I see antics in that one too, Atlantis. But I'm going to the run notes 2.2. I'm going to end this with some recent notes and then I'll fire away. Got mad notes on Tesla. So dealing with that too, we also look at composites. I also want to get into depth perception. We say we feel something at a distance or whatever. Is tense, is tense, is tense. Dealing with vibration. Well, that's also dealing with a composite, which is they say to pause it. And it could be as 9-2, which is also 11, which is pause. Like I say, composite. So I'm also going to get into positive, and when we look at positive, it's at 2 lines, but they're crossed. So I'm going to peace out because I'm running out of time here before I got to get some water, and I'll catch up on my next piece. Someone's tuning in still? All right, I'll see if I can fire away something else. I was looking at some things too, some poetry, like we'd have a tie if it wasn't for time. And also we see that like 4 dealing with that L. Damn, I gotta do some more explaining to that. Like, that goes in a lot of angles there. So also, I want to tie this into, I'll leave it on this one because I literally got like mad notes and I'm not going to go to, like, I need water and I got to go through this stuff and put down a presentation. And I want to do like a ace, like a top presentation, pause and go. It's just like bing, bing, bing. So my favorite part is to get on here when shit's fresh in my head. Because when I go into my notes, I don't always remember. But sometimes this shit fires me up. But I was also thinking the word trip and part. And direction, and A rose, because A rose from 0, 1 is from 0, 0 equals 10. So I'm going to get into that. Also dealing with arrows, which is dealing with directions, and also with a heartbeat, with a pulse, and 2 and 1 being tone, or vice versa being note, and just decoding that. So also when we see the 52 cards divided by 2, it's the 26. So also showing how that is the eyes. A marathon is 26.2. Let's hide that one in last. But when you look at letter be light, let here. Like let here is also letter be light, because words normally, do you hear what how they sound? Because shit is deep, because we're dealing with symbols and sounds in letters, context, all that's contact in there. But when we look at Book of Eli too, we're doing belief. Leather, beat light, first words of God in the Bible. By bell is like two bowls, two bowl, two bell. And also we see Beatles, and we see in the Beatles. We see bell, and we see eights. Yeah, so I don't know if you think I'm tripping, but I got notes all over the place here. But they're all kind of tying into etymology, and I want to get into some of the symbols of things that I saw. It's like, whoa. So I'm going to do that. And then we'll get into also how 3 is trace. I want to do that with some of these symbols where I'm explaining that. Because when you go into like the letter 2, then you go to the letter 3. Tooth, toth. Some of these things I jot down like riddles in my head, and I didn't finish writing them. So I was like, they just whoa. And I just like, okay, I'll let that come to me. I'll just scribble it out. So I don't want to get lost in thought here while I'm on here. So we keep going. Holy shit. So I was watching a Sanchez stream on the Lorraine Cross 2. I'm going to get into that. Well, we got the left, right. Shit. So color is co, which is with, and LRR. Um, Fuck, I wrote the definition. If you look up the definition of lore, I have to get back to that one. All right, my boss. Okay, so what I was looking at too was ace. That's what I was trying to draw on the board earlier was this right here. Okay, so let me leave it with this. Oh shit. Okay, so we can see how the B and the D are flip signs. Okay, and then we see the letter M. Also getting into patterns. P A and then turn. Also doing the A B. We can say season, which is like seize on. We'll see Oz. We're going on that a little deeper. So, Antarctic. Anarchy. I think of that shit that got me right there. So what the hell was I writing? Alternating current. With the ace and 11. I have to meditate on that one, but that was the Adam and Eve thought. It's got to come to me. I forgot what I was writing. Sometimes I gotta chill and get some water and just let it come to me. But like sometimes I go to bed, I wake up and it's like, okay, I remember what I was saying. So I gotta go through. That's why I got thrashed through some of these notes. But big ups for checking my channel. It keeps me going. And I know I was gonna tie in phosphorus to the Lorraine cross too, because I saw something there. And I see that relating to the Philosopher's Stone. Yeah, one of those notes I just fucking wrote. Okay. The Phoenix. Oh, you know what I was thinking too with the pyramid? I was thinking of the word myriad, which is an infinitesimal amount of number. It was showing the pyramid or whatever. With the eye, right? So anyway, pyramid. Something relating to colors because it had to do with the showing the prism shining the colors. Um, but myriad is like infinitesimal amount. I think I already touched on this stuff. I don't want to go back on the stuff I already went through. Damn. Okay, so I just wrote down some recent epiphanies that had to do with the envelope. Okay, this is pretty dope. This relates to numbers. Tie that one in. So we're dealing with Sonic the Hedgehog. Not only do we do it, that's Masonic, but we see we put the two H's together, the two capital H's. We see number and ego. We also see God and Hedgehog. And then pause and go. So we got like pause, ego. Huh. We'll save this. I'm gonna save some of these for later because I'm like, damn, I know I wrote. Okay, maybe it was this one here. Okay, here's a sneak peek. These are kind of my notes. A lot of these notes I'm saving. So square, level, and plumb, we know we're dealing with sleep, SLP, because those are the acronyms for sleep, right? So we can also see damn, I think I already got into that one. I had something here on the dream catcher. Also dealing with the direct current and energy. So we look in, like I said, coincidence. We see like with, inside of dense, density, like coincidences. They say sensei is a master, right? The sense, because martial arts is dealing with angles. That's what martial arts is. So we say sensei is sense. It's not. It's spelled. You can say like AI. say phrases with coin, phrases. Pharaoh is like PH, arrow, arrow. Damn, some of these gave me too, like, lost in thought. Like, if I'm ready to get into that. We could also look at BC and AD as subtract. Like BC is subtract and AD is add. Um, hmm. I'm going to go deeper into this abracadabra stuff. Damn. I'm too tired to even like read my own notes. Give me like. Hey, big ups for checking in. I know I'm right. I'm spitting some fire. Gonna get into some more of these Masonic decodings from the way I see it, and symbols. So I also see the American English also relating to the god Ea, who is also known as Ae. It's going to be really cool when I can tie this in and put some of my more notes into it, also getting the symbols and buttons and stuff like that. I'll get Magic and Marduk. Oh, shit. This is on Tesla. So, okay. I think I'm going to go in on Tesla when I want to do my next one. I'm going to start off kicking off a lot of stuff in Tesla and effigies. But we also, too, when you go to the Marduk symbol, too, where it's like a K. It's like half of it is a shadow and half of it's a light. So we're looking at Marduk. Okay, so I'm going to get into Nikola. So in Nikola Tesla, we see Enki, right? His parents were Milutin Tesla and Duke Tesla. Damn. And also get into other words too, like allocates. Reference to triangulation. So we look at Nikola. Tesla. We also see Nike because it's Enki. Damn, I'm just getting to this whole thing here. So his mom was Duke. They were doing Marduk here. Nike, Enki, Nikola Tesla. Also deal with the A symbol too. Or the 11. He was born 710. Damn. Shit's fucking deep. He was born. Died The New Yorker Hotel, New York, New York. NYC, Sin. A whole lot of stuff I want to get more into when I got everything here on Tesla, because this shit is fire. It's also dealing with the magic and how we can see the K when we look at it both ways. It's also like the ancient cave symbol. Cave. Vacant, vacate, different open, close kind of symbol. Also, when we look at Matrix, too, I also saw how, like in Kmart, doing Matrix. Damn. Shit. I don't know if I touched on Tom Clancy yet on the Hunt for Red October. He died October 1st. Gotta get into that. Age 66, known for Rainbow Six. There's a whole lot of stuff. And I also want to get how Co is with and bra, like Cobra. I was relating the snake to, also to I was talking about in the alphabet too. And also we look at alphabet too, we're also doing the symbol here. Like that opening and closing, the AL. And then the PH. And then A, B, E. I bet. I'm gonna fucking play around with that. Thanks for checking my channel, because I'm going late. I didn't expect to be going this late. I'm gonna drink some water and I'll catch up on the next. Appreciate you checking. Peace.